This is a study Bible, which the New International Version that Norman picked up for free at a local thrift store. And when I first saw it, I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. It has a lot of really neat things that would help you in your study of the Bible. For example, it's got an introduction to each book, and the introductions, a title, author, sources, and date. The theme. Give you quite a lot of information. Chronology, content, and then they give you a nice outline of the whole book. Then they have a lot of maps and charts, and in the front they've got this chart of ancient texts relating to the Old Testament, so that's pretty cool. You get maps such as like the Assyrian campaigns against Israel and Judah, and then the different campaigns, Tiglath-Pileser III, and then they give you the dates, Sennacherib's campaign, Shalmaneser V, exile of the Northern Kingdom, Neo-Babylonian Empire, with lots of good information in there. They give you a harmony of the Gospels, all kinds of good stuff. But look at there's a lot of commentary in here, and I have an ambivalent attitude toward commentary. Yes, it may be helpful to know what someone else thinks about it, but on the other hand, just take a look at this commentary on 1 Corinthians 11. It says, in the culture of Paul's day, men uncovered their heads in worship to signify their respect for and submission to deity. When a man prayed, and he's talking about a Christian man, when a Christian man prayed or prophesied with his head covered, he failed to show the proper attitude toward Christ. This commentator is saying that that's because in his culture, men uncovered their heads. What is the culture? It's pagan. The Romans and the Greeks were pagan. So I wouldn't say culture, I would say religion. In the religion of Paul's day, the surrounding religions, they were pagan. And then there was the Jews. And the Jews were not following exactly the law of Moses. They had their traditions, which Jesus condemned in no uncertain terms in the New Testament. So, to showing the proper attitude to, in other words, this commentator is telling me that Paul is telling the Christian men in Corinth that they have to have a proper attitude because they need to imitate what the pagans are doing in worshiping their idols. And he's not even correct about that. When I look at, not even correct about how they did that. When I look at this DK, the Smithsonian fashion book, The Definitive History of Costume and Style, they have some information on the Roman Empire. And look at this guy here, a draped figure. See if I can pull this closer. Toga drawn over the head. So this man is covering his head when he worships his deity. He's worshiping his idols and he covers his head. His head isn't uncovered. In this fresco from a household shrine in Pompeii, Pompeii was destroyed in the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in AD 79. So this is in Bible times. The master of the house is offering a sacrifice His priestly function is marked by draping the purple bordered toga praetexta over his head. So there's a lot of good stuff in a study Bible, but I just don't personally. I do not care to have all this commentary printed on the same page with written by uninspired men, and it's printed on the same page with the inspired Word of God. I think I'm going to, if I want commentary, I'm going to look it up in a separate book. I just don't want to have the words of fallible men, fallible human beings, printed along in the same place as my Bible. And I think I can get all these different study helps separately from my Bible. So I've ordered the Nelson Illustrated Bible Dictionary. It's supposed to come tomorrow. So I'll do a review of that as soon as I get it. And so we'll see how that works out.